At the beginning of January, I posted a video about the townhouse I bought on the west side of the Kyiv metropolitan area. That video was about what I did. This new video is about why I invested in real estate and why I bought one of these particular townhouses. Let's start with personal financial reasons. The experts say that the best investment strategy is diversification. I have investments in the US stock market. I have gold and silver. I had too much cash. And my condo in Kyiv that I paid for 6 years ago is now worth about $150,000, 50% more than I paid for it. Basically, I had too much cash and not enough real estate to be properly diversified. So, what is wrong with cash? Isn't the saying, cash is king? Well, not exactly. Inflation in the USA is currently about 15% and has been at that level for 3 years, since Joe Biden has been president. So for the last 3 years, cash has lost 50% of its value. Holding cash or cash investments is a certain way to lose your money. Why this particular property? First of all, I didn't want a mortgage, and as a foreigner a mortgage might have been very difficult. So I could not afford a house like these that would likely be over $200,000. My maximum was $50,000. This log house that was under construction was my first choice. Unfortunately, the owners decided not to sell it. I will show you pictures of it while I discuss financial issues applicable to me, and that probably apply to you too. BRICS is going to create an alternative to the dollar, and in a few years this is going to substantially reduce the buying power of the dollar. Since the US debt is so bad and 90% of the world hates the USA and wants to see the USA fail, and since we are a collapsing empire, the dollar may become substantially worthless, taking the value of the US stock market with it into the gutter. This will greatly reduce the value of everyone's IRAs and make Social Security about enough for a monthly cup of coffee. I know this sounds improbable to most people. Fine, but you spend a small fortune in insurance against the improbable over a lifetime. A $45,000 real estate investment is a reasonable insurance policy against what you consider to be improbable but which many consider to be likely. And that $45,000 investment is more likely to appreciate than not. Insurance policies almost always return no value to you. Now, why Ukraine? First, prices are low. Very low. As I stated in the first video, the price for this townhouse was $42,500, and that includes all the exterior, a gas furnace, a gas water heater, an expensive door, triple pane glass, and a 2-meter-high fence around my garden area. Finishing it with top-quality appliances like Samsung will cost about $30,000 and furniture another $5,000. So for about $80,000 I have a 2-bedroom home in a nice and safe area in commuting distance from Kyiv. I can't imagine this anywhere in the USA for less than $320,000. Next, taxes and utilities. I repeat, there are no real estate taxes in Ukraine. Some people believe that most of Ukraine is going to be part of Russia in a year or two. Maybe, but more likely Kyiv will be in a smaller Ukraine without a military. For ordinary people living ordinary lives, not much will change. Not much will change for me either. But the killing in the Donbass will stop, and so will the weekly missile strikes on industrial areas of Kyiv. I already posted a video about utilities, a link to it is in the description. So let me compare these two properties. Both are in the Kyiv region and neither are in the city of Kyiv. The townhouse is a normal commute to the west side of Kyiv. The log house is a normal commute to the city of Boryspil, but it is too far from Kyiv to commute every working day. But Boryspil is the location of the main airport in Ukraine, and there are businesses and warehouses and factories near the airport. The price of the log house was $49,000 as shown in the pictures. It was owned by a young family that was initially planning to send the mother and child to Europe to escape the war, and the father is an officer in the Ukrainian military. It is unlikely that they would have financed the difference between my $35,000 and $49,000, so I would have had to transfer a lot of money quickly to Ukraine, and this would have cost commissions to the banks and money exchanges. Money arrives from my US bank dollars as Ukrainian currency and would then have to be converted back to dollars. Heat in the log house would likely be a wood-burning stove. The log house had its own well and septic tank. The log house had a lot more land and a lot more privacy, but the house is also substantially smaller. It is only a 15-minute drive to this lake from the log house, but it is a 90-minute drive into Kiev to go dancing or attend a concert or go to a nightclub. Driving 90 minutes at night in the winter is not going to be easy or safe, especially if there is a curfew. Because of my circumstances, either house would have been okay for me. But I am not normal. This is about the halfway point of this video, so I'd like to ask a favor. Please like this video and subscribe to me. Thanks. I had help in my search. This is Olga, a Ukrainian realtor that was a great help to me from mid-summer to October. I have more pictures of houses that we rejected for various reasons, not only near Kiev but almost to the Hungarian border. I will post them in subsequent videos. So let me explain my vision for this townhouse. Upstairs there will be a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. Most likely there will be a tub and shower combination in the upper bathroom and both a toilet and bidet. I'd like my bedroom to be 2/3 and the guest bedroom to be 1/3. The image is my proposed floor plan for the first floor. Its bathroom has a shower cabin, washer, electric dryer on top of the washing machine, a sink and a toilet. The floor plan overestimates the space taken by the stairs. Under the stairs there is the furnace, the hot water heater and an internet router. I will also glue a safe under the stairs to the concrete floor with this new adhesive that rivals a metallic weld in strength. On the wall shared with the bathroom there will be a refrigerator and a good gas stove and oven. The other wall has a kitchen sink and a dishwasher. It won't be as big or as good as my condo's kitchen, but it should have all that is necessary. There will be a small but expandable kitchen table with 2 chairs normally, and possibly 4 chairs when there are guests. A love seat and a reclining chair finish off the room. For now, there will not be a television as I never watch TV or movies. I will probably put a big mirror on the wall opposite the love seat. If you know me, you know that I like to dance, hence the mirror. The floor will be porcelain tile. The walls that are shared with the neighbors will be insulated and soundproofed on both floors. I haven't decided on a gas fireplace. I like flowers and greenery. Colors are likely to be pastel yellow or green. This is the developer we chose. We did our homework. Olga is not someone I found in a Google search. I have known her and her adult daughter for several years. I didn't know that realtor was her other job. But I knew that she was a normal Ukrainian woman and I knew that she likes me. Understand that almost all Ukrainians, actually almost all Slavs, are substantially more honest than most Americans, and almost all Slavs like to talk. And so I did my homework in finding Olga, and she did her homework in talking to other people who had bought property from this developer. If you should decide to follow my example, and the example of BlackRock, and invest in Ukraine, I will refer you to Olga and Eva and to others who can keep you and your money as safe as possible, and that of course means getting some of your money out of the USA and out of dollars. Let me explain. I have no personal relationship with Larry Fink, and my only connection with BlackRock is that I once owned stock in that company. I don't know if BlackRock will be good for Ukraine and Ukrainians, but I do strongly think that Ukraine is going to be good for BlackRock. I also strongly think that Ukraine and I are good for each other. So you can look an opportunity of a lifetime in the mouth and ignore the gift. Or you can accept the horse and thank me for the gift. This is not to say that investing in Ukraine is a sure thing. Take a look at these apartments. This picture was taken 2 years ago. It has not changed a bit since the war started and all the construction workers marched off to war. Unfortunately, Johnny is not going to come marching home again, and we won't be giving him a hearty welcome then. There won't be hurrahs, and the people who bought these apartments in January 2022 are not cheering. Here is another picture of a bare walls apartment in Kiev. The building is 95% complete. It is in a great location. The owner of this apartment finished paying for it 2 years ago. She has ownership papers, but she does not have the keys or the utility hookups necessary to finish it and live in it. Maybe she will get them in 2024, maybe 2025, but in the meantime she is stuck living on the other side of Kiev, far from her work, and counting the days, weeks, months while getting stonewalled by the developer. Because she did not choose the right developer. Trust the right people. Trust but verify. It is true in the USA and it is true here too. This is the end of this why I bought video, but there will be more when I start to finish my second property. I am not in a hurry, and maybe I will first produce more about how to live as an American in Ukraine in wartime. Stay safe, wherever you are, and do your homework. No place on earth is safe for the unwary. Trust the right people. Trust but verify. It is true in the USA and it is true here too. And always remember, opportunities fly away if you wait too long.